Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be showing you guys how to make this collar on a dress or a top, anyone. So first thing you have to do is to just join the shoulder of the dress or the top together, and then you have to measure out round the neckline of the shoulder. The next thing is to just fold this into two like this and measure around the neckline. So this, spread it out and then measure what your neckline will be. So mine is about 8 inches on this side. So if you fold it into two, that means I have about, I'm working with 16 inches is what I'm working with here. So you measure around your neckline and measure it correctly, and then you're going to. So guys, the first thing I'm going to do now is to open this up. Let me tell you guys what I did here. So the width here is 7 inches, right? This point to this point is 7 inches. This point to this point is 15 inches, right? So if you I have two pieces of it here, right? Two pieces of this rectangle here. So if you fold it into two, I'll have 3.5 each, right? I'll have 3.5 inch. So this is going to be the width of the top part of the collar. This is going to be the width here. So I want mine to be 2.5. So plus extra 1 inch that I added. When I'm done, I want it to be 2.5 left. But the extra 1 inch I added here to make it 3.5 is for seam allowance. That's half an inch for the top, half an inch for attaching the bottom. But remember, if you open it up, you have 7 divided by 2. But when you fold the 7, that's 7 divided by 2, you have 3.5. So that's how I got the 7. So to cut your width, you cut 7 inches, right? But when you fold it into 2, it's going to be 3.5. So I've explained how you're going to get your width. So for the length, now what you're going to do, it depends. The length depends on you. You can use 14, you can use 15. It depends on how you want the pointed part of your collar to be. That's what the length is going to be. So what you're going to do now, so I'm using 15 for mine. What you're going to do after that is to fold this into 2, right? Fold it into 2. And then you're going to find, so now we are going to need the measurement that we got from round the neck of our top. So for me, I got 16, right? So remember, whatever you got now, bring that measurement now. So I got 16 divided by 4. You're going to divide it by 4. That's going to give me 4, right? You're going to divide it by 4 as a constant. If it's 15 that you got, divide it by 4. So I divided mine by 4. I got another 4, right? 16 divided by 4, I got 4. So mark that 4 here. Add extra half an inch for your seam allowance. So that's 4.5. And then that 4.5 that you got, connect that line. If you have a ruler, place it this way, right? Place it to this point and connect it this way. You see, so guys, you see, if you use 14, then your angle will be not this sharp. It will be this, maybe somewhere here. Like if you use 14 for the width of this fabric, but I use 15, so you see my angle is pointing down this way. If you use 16, it might be pointier. So it depends on the design you're going for. So you see what I'm saying here? That 15 that I used for this whole width here includes my seam allowance. You can use 14 for yours. The 14 will still include your seam allowance, but the only part that I marked seam allowance is the bottom part here, right? Because remember, I divided my neckline by 4 and then added extra half to it. So this is the half here, and then I marked it this way. I didn't go up here to maybe add half an inch for seam allowance. I just marked it because I'll still take it out from whatever I have at this top part here. So remember, you can't have these two parts here being the same length. So after that, the next thing you're going to do is to come back to this folded end here and subtract about half an inch or 1 inch. It depends on you. I'm going to do half an inch, right? And then you're going to curve it down to meet this part here. If you have a curved ruler, that's better. Curve it to meet this part here, right? Mine doesn't look like a curve, but it's supposed to be a curve. So I'm going to you're going to trim it out. Remember, this top part here is supposed to be pointier than this part. You can't have the two of them being the same. So you're going to cut this part out. So guys, I've cut out this, I cut this out from here, cut this out from here. I'm going to remove it now. So what we have now is the neckline looking this way. So remember, I did 2 at a time, right? But if you want, you can do yours separately. So now we're going to open up this part here. Remember, after folding it now, I have about 4 pieces for each side, right? I'm opening up this part now. So I have 2 for one neckline, 2 for one side of the neck, and then 2 for one side of the neck. If you want, you can do yours one at a time, like do 2 pieces of fabric once and then do the second piece of fabric once. I did mine the same time. So you see, one is going to be on one neck, one is going to be on the other neck of your shirt. So what you're going to do now is that you're going to iron in it and the stay, the interface on one of these pieces here, on one side, iron in the interface on the other, one piece each side, right? So after doing that, you're going to face it right side facing each other and then close up, make a stitch all the way down this way, make a stitch this way, close it up. The only part you will leave open is this part here, because after that you're going to use this to flip it out, right? You're going to flip it out. So now we are going to cut the stand, right? The collar stand. So guys, what I'm doing now is the collar stand. So for that, I cut out the same round your neck. So for me it's 16. You're going to add extra 2 inches to it. So mine is 16 plus 2, so that's going to be 18. So that's what I have as the length. So for the width here, I want it to be about 2.5 on each side, right? So, but if you open it up, that will be 5 inches. But if you fold it, that's 2.5. So I'm going to split it open. So guys, now I have 2.5 here. Remember, so 2.5, I've cut it open. So what you're going to do now is you're going to fold this into 2 here. Let me explain the 2.5. I want, when I'm done, I want the stand to be about 1.5, right? But I added extra 1 inch to it as seam allowance. So now I have 2.5. 1.5 is what I will have when I'm done, but extra 1 inch is for seam allowance. So that is what made it 2.5. So I have 2.5 as width here, 2.5 on the other one too. So what I'm going to do now is to fold it into 2, and then after folding it into 2, I'm going to find the center, right? Find the center, so the width. So now that I've folded it into 2, I'm going to find the center of this length here. So I have 9. Remember that if I open it up, it's 18. If I fold it into 2, it's 9. Then you also have to find half of that 9, so that will be 4.5. So I'm going to mark the 4.5 here. Come up on this side here, remove about half an inch here, and then connect it again like a curve, right? The same way we did for the top part of it. So connect it again. This time around, we are doing it at the end here. For the top part of the collar, we did it at like the curve part here. It came down, but here we are doing it at the curve here. So now I'm going to cut out this part here. So now I'm going to notch this top part here, notch it out. So you're going to notch here so that you know where the center is, and then you're going to iron in your stay on one of this here. So this one here is going to go around the whole collar, but this one here has like 2 pieces for one part of the collar, but this one here is going to go around the neckline. So now that you've cut it, you're going to iron in stay on one of them. So guys, as you can see, I've gone ahead and flipped it out and then ironed it. So you see, if I flip it in now, you will see the stitches. I trimmed off the excess and notched it, ironed the 2 of them. So what you're going to do now is, remember, after folding this, what you did was to notch the top part of this, right? And this is the curved part. If you look closely, you will see this is the curved part of it, right? This is the curved part. So what you're going to do after ironing in your stay is to, because I don't have any stay, so I'm just using the fabric itself to show you guys. So what you're going to do is to find where the center is, place one of these here, right? And then find that same notch that you made, take the other one, place it there. So the 2 of them are starting where this notch is, right? You place it together there, and then you're going to maybe pin it down or just start making your stitch right on top here. And then when you get here, you find out you have about half an inch left. Use the next one, right? Put it on top also. Remember, you're sewing this on the curved part. The straight part is at the end here. You didn't make any stitch here, so you're going to use this one also to cover it. Like make a stitch on top and cover it. When you're done, you push this in here. Let me show you with this side. So let's say you've stitched it now all the way on top here, and then you're going to close this up to half an inch. You're going to close it up and leave about half an inch remaining. So you'll not close up like about half an inch at the end here. And then when you're done, you're going to flip it out. So guys, as you can see, I've sewed the thing. I closed it up all the way to the side and then flipped it out now. So this is what it looks like. So now what I'm going to do is to take this here. So I'm going to take this here. Remember, I told you to leave about half an inch at the end. So you're going to use this here. Hold it this way. Start from that half an inch here. Use your pin to pin it down and go all the way around. Like use one side is what you're pinning down at the moment. So guys, after pinning it down all the way around, then you sew on it, the next thing you're going to do is to use the other part of it to cover it, right? So now you're going to use the top part. You use the bottom part to pin it down. What you're going to do now is to use the other half, the other top part, fold it in, and then use it to cover the stitch that you made and stitch it again all the way around. So that's basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye.